Alright folks, what's going on? So I'm here with a Gamepro pickup here. I got a 8-count stack. Paid about $14 and change for all these. Got some pretty good stuff in these. No, I didn't get any of the Michael Jordan Windy Chaos and Windy City tip cards. I will get one, and for $30, so I won't pay anything more than that. So I've got January 95 through, I believe, like September 95. I'm missing May. So one thing you'll notice about the GamePro magazines is that when you stack them on their side, most of them had the staple spines. Now January and June didn't. So I don't know if it was just maybe they had the flat spines, or they were trying something like we'll do January and June like halfway through the year, flat spines. It's helpful in your collection so you know where you're at. But you know, I remember as a kid even complaining about these spines. I remember when Nintendo Power went around issue number 7 to the staples, then back at issue 20 or whatever. Yeah, so here's January 95, Earthworm Jim. 94, 95 are really big years for video games for me. I was already working. I was caddying in a country club at 12, 13, 14 years old up in Minnesota. And I was bringing in money myself, so I was making about $40 a day. So on the weekend, I'd make about $80, enough to go buy a game or whatever. So I was buying a lot of games myself, and I remember specifically saving up for Earthworm Jim. You buy games as opposed to asking my parents on holidays or birthdays. One thing I really like about GamePro is that they have, it's like the art section. Going back and looking at some of the drawings that have been put in here, it really brings back memories for me. Like I specifically remember like looking at these drawings as a kid. And here's one of the ads. A lot of people complained about the ads. I remember not liking the ads in GamePro that much. Nintendo Power didn't have ads. They didn't advertise. They didn't need to, but GamePro did. And here's one: "Tell Santa you want balls for Christmas." But yeah, that's one thing I did like when I was a kid. Nintendo Power didn't advertise; it was all the games. Now later on, I really appreciate the advertising. And here's some of that weird '90s advertising we had. This kind of Nintendo going back and forth. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. So here we go with February, another magazine I remember. I remember getting this magazine in the mail and taking it over to my neighbor's house, and then I was playing on the trampoline like all afternoon reading this. But this one shows Weapon Lord on the front, and it also has a pro strategy guide for Donkey Kong Country, which was pretty cool. It was really cool to get strategy guides in these magazines. Here we go. I bookmarked some of this stuff. So I loved reading along with the artwork, all the letters. Another thing the one thing that clicked with me instantly after opening one of these books was the rating system. I love those little faces they used on the rating system. They had like the excited face, 0 to 5 basically. I loved seeing what they rated things. Their ratings really didn't hold much weight, as they're an advertising, get paid for advertising. But here's one thing: Capcom. I got a right to Capcom. Where are they? And then they go ahead and give you the address right there for Capcom. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, let's see if there's anything in this one. They showed Doom for the 32X. They gave it, of course, great ratings. One thing I was surprised to see in GamePro, and I don't remember as a kid that much because I didn't have one, nor any friends who had one, was the 3DO. They review it a lot in GamePro. They must have got a lot of money from 3DO for advertisement in games, because they review every 3DO game that comes out. GamePro reviews and gives it decent ratings. So we have March of '95 here, and that's Killer Instinct. Let's see if there's anything in this one worth showing. This one has a huge Pitfall, the Mind Adventure calendar inside of it. And there are some coupons and whatnot that go along with these. So like this Mind Adventure has a coupon that comes with it. And one thing I thought was that if I actually were to like resell any of my Earthbound copies, I would actually accept the old Earthbound coupons, and the $10 off, and they're worth about $10 online. So here is April '95, and this was introducing the new look of Sub-Zero when they changed him from mask to when they unmasked him, basically. Here's a game I played, Brain Dead 13. I liked Ready Soft games growing up. And there's a Genesis version of Road Rash. What's that game? But yeah, these advertisements are really cool, these magazines. Alright. Okay, Role Player's Realm. They did have a cool section for role-playing, where they would go through and they would show you. There's Pop Full Mail, Final Fantasy 13, and there's actually a strat guide for Final Fantasy 13. Okay, now here we are at June '95, and we have the Big Bang. This is when PlayStation, Panasonic, 3DO, Sega Saturn, Jaguar, new game systems are born. And this has a Batman Forever card in there. It's a Topps. What is this thing? Okay, yeah. This is a 3DO Oh yeah, so talking about 3DO advertisement, look at this fold out for this 3DO advertisement. It's a full, like, 4-page map. We've got the software, we got it, they don't. Wow. Fortunately, I knew no one. That's a cool demon picture right there. I knew no one who had one of these. And then you fold it up, and it's like, who's winning all those? It's like, who's winning all those awards there? I'll have that award, please. I'll pick that one since we're bolstering our name. Yeah, to be honest, the 3DO was a good system, and I actually had a roommate in the future who had one growing up. Didn't own one then, but I guess this was one of those things I just never had the chance to get into. I will someday, though. And there's a huge list of all the Night Warriors moves. I thought that was cool. They would do stuff like that. Alright, let's get to the juicy stuff. So, July of 1995, and this was when I really got excited. I opened this up, and bam! There was a $10 to $30, well, I don't think they go for 30 anymore, but let's just say $10 or so in value. You might get up to 20 for the Earthbound scratch and sniff sticker stuff. So, that's pretty cool. And, you know, when you buy these magazines, there's one. Not many people really know that that is worth something. So obviously I've seen people sell sometimes, and there was also like a packet that was closed. I'm not sure if that one came with the actual collector's edition or what, but they actually had a hard time selling this magazine when it came out, so they had to put coupons. So this is what I was talking about. If somebody gave me this, I would take $10 off the game if I was selling it to them for $150 or so. I would take $10 off if they gave me this coupon. So it's got scratch and sniff there. You can scratch it and smell it. And I'll tell you what, playing Earthbound is not the same without smelling these. You have to smell belch before you fight them. Ooh, and it's so fun. So yeah, that was one of the things I got. So that instantly, you know, covered the cost of the $14 I paid for the magazine. And here we got August. This was a rather slim edition. I don't know what happened this month, but do some sports stuff. And last here I've got September '95. One thing interesting you'll see is they've started to go live, and that's September '95. Get GamePro online. Very crude looking formats, and it's through AOL, but own a computer. I'll just let you guys read that there. So you could stop and see that. So there it is. I mean, that's Get American Online. But in this one was another Earthbound one, and this is the actual card that you peel these open. So it's not peeled open, but 1, 2, 3, peel open, and another $10. So yeah, well, I'll have more of these coming soon, guys. So pay attention, and thanks for watching. Peace.